Hey everyone, buying a home could mean being a part of a homeowners association. But how can you tell if the HOA is doing a good job? That's what we're about to find out. My name is Krista Davis, and I'm a real estate agent here serving the amazing people of Spring Hill, Tennessee, located just outside of Nashville in sought-after Williamson County. HOAs manage, maintain, and regulate everything outside of the home. The structure of the buildings, the common areas, the landscaping, and the recreation areas, if they do have these. The benefit of an HOA is a clean, appealing, and uniform community designed to keep home values up through a common aesthetic and attention to details. So what's the catch, you ask? Well, you can't quit if you're unhappy with how the organization operates. In other words, you are locked into the HOA, its rules, and regulations. So let's take a look at some of the main characteristics to look at for when vetting a potential HOA. First and foremost, does the community look good? If the community looks good, it usually means that something positive has impacted it. Of course, the opposite is also true. If you're thinking about buying into a community, take a hard look at its appearance. Are the structures of the building in good repair? Are the trees pruned? The beds weeded? Landscaping is very well maintained? Is the pool clean? Are any of the homes in the community eyesores? Your answers to these questions reflect whether the HOA performs its duties properly and requires homeowners to do the same thing. Secondly, look at the communication, or in the case of a bad HOA, the lack of communication. You have every right to know what's going on in your community. Do your research. Figure out how the HOA board communicates with its homeowners. That can include newsletters, websites, annual reports, or emails. Check for flyers advertising community events. If the HOA encourages homeowners to attend committee meetings, it's a good sign that their input is valued. Also, it may not come to the top of your mind, but look for sound procedures for the safeguarding of money. The best HOA put checks and balances in place to safeguard against the risk of financial mismanagement. They employ as a second set of eyes, someone not on the board, to collect the dues, pay bills, review, checks, invoices to ensure HOA's financial affairs are in good order. Often, the second pair of eyes is a professional property manager, a lawyer, or an accountant on staff. Then there are the rules. Look for clear HOA rules. The best boards run structured businesses like meetings that give transparency to every board decision. HOAs tend to have rules called covenants, conditions, and restrictions, or known as CC&Rs. CC&Rs supersede city, county, and state laws and come with hefty fines if violated. Therefore, it's essential to know if you are moving into a community with a very strict HOA. CC&Rs should be applied objectively and fairly throughout the community, but sometimes they're only enforced if a neighbor complains. The best way to tell if CC&Rs are applied consistently, or as in sometimes the case, not applied consistently, is to take a tour around the community. If everyone's landscaping is immaculate, the HOA is probably very strict. But if some homes looked run down and others don't, it's a sign that the HOA is pretty lax on enforcing their rules. Every buyer is different. We all have varying things we want from a HOA. By looking at these four main areas, you can sleep well knowing that you made the right decision for you. Feel free to comment on things that you think that are important to HOA. I would love to see and hear your thoughts. And if you need help finding the right place for you and your family, or selling your current space to enable your next move, drop me a DM. I would be happy to interview for the job.